2.
How do you make your camera focus? Focus doesn't work on this badass 8.
Do you have the autofocus on?
Yeah.
It's a little bright.
I don't know. Let's put it on manual. Boom. There you go.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. So now you know we're not just talking the talk, but we're walking the walk, which is important to realize. Okay, so what we were saying is there is a science, an absolute science to Instagram that I was taught by a mentor of mine that is an Instagram guru. And so one of the things that I've learned is the sun comes up and the sun goes down. Your audience is worldwide, it's global. And so if you're going to rely on just one Instagram post a day, you're not hitting your audience at the right time for them. So the people that are in New York are not going to be engaged at the same time that the people in California are engaged. In fact, the people in New York may be eating lunch by the time the people in California are just getting out of bed. So the content that you post in the morning to the New Yorkers may not be seen at all by the people in California until 5 hours later. But Instagram's algorithm may bury that by the time the people in California get up. So you have to constantly, it's like being in a battle. You're constantly, so if you're in a boxing match and you want to beat your opponent, you're constantly jabbing them. You're constantly delivering them information, giving them the information at the right time for them. So when we say the sun comes up and the sun goes down, what you want to do is you want to have content that comes out as soon as the sun comes up, wherever you want your first audience to be hit. Now, I imagine it. I just use the time that I wake up. I'm in the Midwest. I wake up at 7:30. Boom. First piece of content goes out at 7:30 every single morning, like a clock. Don't miss that. Second piece of content goes out around lunchtime, because what do people do when they're having lunch?
But you're timing Instagram so when the most views hit it when you post. So
I'm timing it to when I want my audience, when I'm expecting my audience to be.
When they check their phones.
When they check their phones. Okay? So they check their phones first thing in the morning. People are eating breakfast. They're not talking to their loved ones. They're looking at their phone. Right? What do they do at lunch? They're not talking to their buddies. Everybody uses this constantly. So at noon, around noon, 1, 2 o'clock, right in that time frame, because lunchtime to me in the Midwest is totally different in California and totally different in New York, right? So I try to time it right around that time frame so that the content is fresh and available to them around lunchtime. And then you always do at least 3 posts a day. That's the minimum. That is the minimum. Right, Blake?
3 posts a day on Instagram?
3 posts a day, and your third post is at nighttime.
Videos, photos?
No, that's a great question. Your third post is at nighttime. So it's around the time people are going to bed, because that's when people are relaxing. Instead of watching TV now, even the older generation is going to this. The younger generation, 80% of them are watching YouTube. They're watching their social media. They're not watching TV at all. They don't like TV. TV is something that's in the past for the younger generation.
Internet killed TV.
Right. So you always want to post you want to post your knockout punches at nighttime. So your strongest content. Now, if you have quality content, the same kind of quality. Now we talk about YouTube being quality. You can get too much quality on YouTube. Well, for Instagram, it's a 1 and you're done for quality. In reality, the more raw it is, the more real it is, the more that it's just in that single moment and you're sharing that single moment, the more likely the people on Instagram are going to be to share that and to be engaged with that.
You posted a video of like a bulldozer just pushing dirt and going back and forth, and for some reason I watched it. Like, wow. I watched the whole fucking. There was something so satisfying. Mm-hmm. There is an Instagram channel called Oddly Satisfying. We looked it up, and there was something so satisfying, and I watched all his views on it. Can you get into that? Are you aware that you're doing that stuff?
Oh yes, absolutely. So what you'll see is you'll start to see now. Instagram is going to be different for every industry.
Because he's the
that
dirt
you're
monkey,
in.
and he's branding stuff relevant to.
Relevant to
This
dirt.
topic
So I put myself in the minds of people that are either in the industry doing it, or I put myself in minds of people that have nothing to do with it but are still interested in what the content that we're providing. What is the types of things they want to see? Do they want me shoving my information down their throat? Hey, when we're building a retaining wall today, we've got to put 8 inches of base material, and then we've got to pack it with, and then we've got to take this level, and we got to do this, and we got to do that. No, they don't want that. They're not tuning into Instagram for any of that. But you show them yourself leveling rock out without saying a word. In fact, the less you say and the more you do in Instagram, the better it is. And there's also an optimum time frame, 30 seconds, 20 seconds. If you go a minute, you're starting to push the envelope because people's attention spans. Think of it this way. When you watch a TV commercial, how much of that TV commercial do you watch? Do you like to watch a 30-second? You can gnaw your way through a 30-second TV commercial, but when it's a 1-minute TV commercial, do you literally hate that product? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you resent the product when they have a minute long. You're like, I gotta watch this for a minute? I literally gotta watch your crap for a minute? You stole a minute out of my life. That's a completely different mind frame.
They're angry at
They're
you.
angry, and they're angry. So when you're on Instagram, when you go a minute, just be careful.
Instagram, instant gratification.
Yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Instagram. Okay. Instant gratification.
So now we know when to tag title and well, not tag title, but when to post your videos. We know that the more raw they are, the better they are. You can also share other people's videos. Don't steal. I said share. That means give them the credit to where they're at. Now, if you're trying to do this solely to grow an Instagram account is one thing, and trying to promote your business is something completely different. Now, Instagram really isn't optimized to promote businesses. They really aren't. There's no searchability. So if you're doing it for your business, you should have an Instagram account and you should start to build that audience. So if the script ever flips, you're ready to go with an already established channel, with already established media, with already all of these things in place that you can then take it to the next level. But at this point, your consumers more than likely aren't going to be finding you on Instagram. Now, with the searchability is about a 1 to 2 day lifespan, right? I mean, when you're hashtagging is like tags for YouTube. It's hashtags. It's what are people like looking up. So if you're involved, if you like cars, dream cars, you go hashtag dream cars. And anybody that's in dream car category, you're going to look at their top 9. It's the top 9 videos. You go, which ones are the coolest ones? And those change almost every day.
Oh, they change all the time? You can't just say these are going to be my top 9?
No, on Instagram.
They're your most recent 9.
No, Instagram is the best 9. So Instagram's algorithm is constantly out of everybody on Instagram is trying to find who has the best 9 posts on dream cars, right?
Yeah.
And if you have one of the best 9 posts on dream cars, you're instantly
That's got
going
the most engagement.
Yeah. So then Instagram's algorithm is not perfect by any means.
So when people
developing
see something and they share it and tag other people, you got to see this.
Yeah, that helps.
So great content wins with great tagging and all that.
Yeah. Yep.
At great timing.
Timing, great content, satisfying videos. Don't breathe down their throat with too much information. Show them more than do, because Instagram is a worldwide audience. So if we're going to go into the science of developing an Instagram channel to be an Instagram star, it's a worldwide audience, and there's people that don't even speak your language watching on Instagram.
Pardon me yawning. I'm on a couple hours sleep, so is you. Flying on planes and everything, but I'm here.
All right. They may be watching in Saudi Arabia or Tehran or Iraq or wherever. I mean, literally, they'll Instagram's algorithm will tell you where they're watching from, and a lot of your audience isn't just located in your local geographical area. It's a worldwide, global audience.
What percentage pictures versus video? Do you just go to the video thing, hit video and record?
So, pictures versus video, you're always going to get more views with video than with pictures.
Okay, video wins.
I like to have just a I almost call it like a conciliation card. When I post a picture, it's because I'm too lazy to find a really good video. But I also like to put just enough pictures in where when somebody goes all the way down my feed, that picture speaks 1,000 words. So that picture needs to be just enough pictures to pop out.
Just enough.
So that so I'm painting a clear picture of what's going on. And then now when you do a video, your video you've got to scroll through and you got to get the perfect cover shot. And the cover shot, Blake. Yeah. The cover shot on a video, something that you should probably know about, which you probably do.
It's like the snapshot, the thumbnail.
It's the
for the video.
It's the thumbnail,
So
but
you can scroll on the video and pick the frame.
You can pick
that looks the best.
You can pick the frame, and when you pick that frame, the frame that you pick, where your finger is, and the frame that Instagram is showing you where your finger is are not the same. You got to be so careful. It's off just a smidge. It's always just a smidge closer up. So, like right now, I'm pretty much in frame. Like you got me, you can see my hat, my sunglasses. But if you went to pick this cover nail, you might see this much of me. And I'm not telling a complete story. This just looks off right now. So you've got to be very careful that whatever you pick matches up with what's actually going to be shown into it. And so you'll see that it's just a slight change.
Because it'll square crop it.
It magnifies it and it demagnifies it just a titch. So it'll magnify it from one and demagnetize it from another. So it makes it bigger in one picture and smaller in another picture. And you've got to realize somewhere in between there is my real image. So you got to be very careful. And that image that you choose is literally the difference between success and failure and people opting to watch your video. And it should also try not to be the first frame of your existing video. Try to make it something that is further down the line. Here's a beautiful thing that I love to do that really optimizes a video, is take an image for your cover that's at least a third, fourth, or halfway or more down the video, length of the video. Because people see that thumbnail, when they go to watch it, it instantly changes. They're like, oh, what did I miss? And where is this going? So now we've just did what we just learned about today, is we've made people feel like they're missing something, but they still know they just tuned in, so they know that it's coming down the pipeline. I've noticed a much higher success ratio with videos that don't have my first frame of my video as my cover shot, but has it the last frame.
Their brain's going, where's that part I saw?
Yeah.
That got me in the video, so they're waiting.
They'll wait for that. And then when they wait for that, Instagram's algorithm goes, they watch more of that video.
And you're excited about this. And depending on what you're doing, you can tell a company, I get this many Instagram views a week. I'm going to charge you $3,000 to make a video or do a shout out or something. So we're talking about this is money.
Girl with no job.
The what?
Girl with no job. She had no job. She posted 5 times a day. So the real secret to success, guys, the minimum is 3. 5 is your sweet spot. Some people are gonna say, "Oh, it's overkill." Nope, it's not. It's 5. It's 5.
There's a posting thing for Facebook. It's 7-11-3-7. 7 a.m. 3 11 a.m. 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. 7-11-3-7. 7-11-3-7, and you can rotate again and go 11 o'clock in. 7-11-3-7 11. 7-11-3-7 11. 7-11-3-7 11.
So 5.
And it hits different people that look at their phones at different times. So you're hitting the whole.
Different girl with no job. She didn't have a job. She lost her job, so she just went on Instagram, started posting 5 times a day. Her Instagram account blew up to 3 million followers.
It's called Girl with No Job?
It's called Girl with No Job. It blew up to 3 million followers. McDonald's paid her $10,000 just to put a picture of chicken nuggets on her Instagram feed.
Wow.
Paul Logan made $200,000 to make a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. You know that, right? On his YouTube channel.
No, it was a 6-second bind.
What?
6-second Vine.
They paid him $200,000 for a 6-second Vine.
What, bro?
A 6-second Vine. $200,000.
Yes. I feel like we're the freaking paparazzi right now in this hotel room talking about our evil schemes.
So do you know why we're all together, Keith? You said it's to save money.
What, in this hotel room?
Mm-hmm. It's not
So we
to
can
save
mastermind.
money. It's about masterminding.
I was seriously
It's-
thinking, I'm like, dude, I want to sleep in a hotel room with 2 other fucking dudes. I want my own fucking hotel room. And now I'm like, I'm making money right now.
Dude, it's about masterminding. It's not about saving money. It's about what when that camera's not rolling, what we're talking about. Because if you had your room and I had my room, and Blake had his room, we could all afford to have our own rooms. But what would be happening right now would be missed.
Yes.
When
Powerful.
we did this at the GIE 3 years ago, and then we did it again 2 years ago, where I got the hotel room, and everybody came to the hotel room, and we stayed in that hotel room all night long. I mean, you and Ashley left at 3 or 4 in the morning.
We're in a confined, quiet environment, masterminding, literally.
And we did it
I never
this
do
year.
this at home.
We did it this year at a restaurant because we couldn't fit all of us into a hotel room because there was too many of us.
Speaking of restaurant, do you guys want to get food? Or are you
All right,
hungry?
you got to talk to
Wanna
me.
go to Denny's or something? All right, cool. Keith Kalfas with the Marketing ROI. That was some real stuff. You talked about Instagram, everything. We're gonna get some food. We're in LA right now, and you can totally do this. Fire it up. Make sure you download the MP3 and listen to everything Stan said. Check him out. Dirt Monkey. Look him up on Instagram. And peace.